Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great night. Okay, here's the deal. My name is Stephanie. Welcome to the KetoMOM page, and we're going to dive into this whole idea of fat loss. So you might be thinking as you're hopping on, she's sitting in her car. I know, I'm sitting in my car. And you might be thinking, we haven't seen very many Facebook Lives from KetoMOM. My name is Stephanie, by the way. So here's the deal. When this whole fun thing started, hi, how are you? How is everybody's evening? As you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? The vehicle, the reason I'm sitting in my car is because I had to drive into town to do this Facebook Live. And so if you have been here for a while, you know that our family travels a lot. You know that we live in Kentucky. We were in Florida for an entire month. So we were down there. I did Facebook Lives. Now we are in Minnesota, and we'll probably go back to Kentucky in June. I don't know, when everybody is released and you can actually go see people. So we're in Minnesota. What that means is we are in a house that does not have very good internet. So I was sitting at the house in the country and I told my husband, I have to drive into town. I have not done a Facebook Live. I really wanted to talk about this one specific topic. And I have to answer some questions. I talk to, honestly, probably thousands of you a day, right? Like we talk all the time. I'm either homeschooling. So we've got 4 daughters. If you're brand new, post new below. And we've been on this journey for 5 years. I usually do Facebook Lives almost every night, except for the fact that my internet has been terrible. And I will tell you, just being confined in our homes, we still go outside and play. We've been doing a lot of things, but let me tell you, anybody feeling trapped? I told my husband, hey, I'm going to go drive down into town. It's like 3 miles and I'm going to go sit. I'm like right by a Burger King and a bank because it's the best place I can find internet in the town. And I'm going to talk to my people. I have to go talk to them because I have a very serious message. And it's a common message, or it's a common question. Hi, everybody. It is a common question that I keep getting answered, and it's geared around fat loss. And I really, really, really wanted to have this conversation with you. So as you're tuning in, I want to know a couple of things. Where are you tuning in from? And how is your journey going? How is your fat loss? You're new to Kentucky. Hey, Donna, I'm in Kentucky too. Well, not right now, but usually in Kentucky. We're right outside Louisville. You have to let me know where you're at. So, and right now I'm in Minnesota, and I'm in southern Minnesota. Can you guys hear me okay? Is it clear enough that you can understand me, or should I just not do this? You tell me. If it's not coming in clear, let me know. Now, here's the one conversation I wanted to hop on, and then I'll let you get to your Friday night. What are you doing? Are you guys watching a movie? What do you guys do on Friday nights, Saturday nights? What are you doing? Okay. Here's the conversation that I want to have with you, and it's very serious. It's around fat loss, okay? So a lot of people go, hey, I want fat loss. I'm starting this journey. I've gained 10 pounds. Anybody feel like they've gained the C19? Goodness. So I wanted to give you one phrase to ask yourself as you're diving into, maybe you still got 2 or 3 weeks where you have to be home. Minnesota just said, hey, I don't think they're opening things up for another 2 weeks. I bet you it lasts till June 1st. So what I want you to just think about this one phrase. I've got one phrase for you as you find yourself, going through your routine, homeschooling your kids. Maybe you're working from home. You're not leaving as often. And it's a very simple phrase, but I'm going to walk you through why to say it. Okay. So in the mornings, most of you probably intermittent fast. If you don't, and you want to kickstart into gear and get back serious, because some of you were like, please help me. Intermittent fasting is great. It's a great way to kickstart yourself back into gear. Get up in the morning, move your body. You don't have to do an hour workout. Just go for it. We've been going for jogs outside on the country road. So do something to move your body. Intermittent fasting is great. But before you eat lunch, before you eat that snack, before you eat that dinner, I want you to ask yourself this one question, okay? And it's going to sound so dumb, and you're going to be like, really? But it helps me every time I find myself looking in the kitchen, opening up the fridge, grabbing that extra food off my kids' plates. And the question is this: am I hungry? That's it. Constantly get that little sentence off of your tongue. Anytime that you're like, when I go back to the house, the kids want to watch a movie, and I said, that's awesome. Yep, we're going to watch a movie. I'm not going to go into the kitchen and grab something to eat, right? I brush my teeth, rinse out my mouth. I grab a water bottle with some water. I sit down, and the kitchen is closed. But even as you go throughout the day, I really want you to get into this habit of asking yourself, am I hungry? Am I hungry? Go grab those bag of almonds because you think you're snacky, but are you really hungry? And if you think you are, why don't you slam like 8 ounces of water before you decide to grab something to eat, right? So in the morning or before set lunchtime, anybody else feel like they're controlled by the clock? That used to be, but look at the clock. It was noon. It was lunch. It's lunchtime. We have to eat. Half the time I'm not hungry, right? Even my kids are so used to me asking them when they ask me for a snack. If I say, are you hungry? They'll go, oh, no. So if I go to make lunch and I'm hungry and I'll go, hey, I'm making lunch. What do you guys want? They'll be like, I'm not hungry. Why would I eat? Oh, you're right. I'm not going to force you to eat. So get in a routine of asking yourself that. Specifically when you find yourself nibbling on snacks, grabbing something in between meals, that one phrase will save you. And I want to tell you why, okay? If you find yourself snacking, if you find yourself grabbing the cheese stick or the beef stick or the keto cookie that's in the cupboard, those keto snacks that you've made, those fat bombs, whatever it is, if you find yourself grabbing those because you think to yourself, it's keto, I can eat it, it's fine. Oh, it's keto. I'll eat that cookie. Oh, it's keto. I'll grab that cheese. Oh, maybe you're hanging out at a party next month and you're hanging out with people or whatever the case may be, and you just find yourself munching on things because it's keto. Oh, it's low carb. It's high fat. You can overeat good food. Did you know that? You can overeat fat bombs. Mary just said she loves fat bombs. They're her weakness. Then you don't make them, or you make them in very small portions, right? So this is what I find as I hear women, and I say women because I talk to mostly women. There's a handful of men that reach out for help, and I love that. That's awesome. But what I find is, hey, I've reached a plateau. Hey, I've gained 5 pounds, or I'm stuck right here. Or I kind of feel bloated, or nothing's moving. My question to you is always going to be this question. Are you eating when you're not hungry? So the question that you need to ask yourself is, am I hungry? I will tell you, are you eating when you're not hungry? Right? I'll say, Mary, are you eating when you're not hungry? Lindsay, are you hungry? Nicole, are you hungry? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating things like fat bombs and fat cookies and all of these keto snacks just to get your fats in? Some of you track your food. I have not tracked my food in a long time, but in the very beginning I did. Now, if you're tracking your food and you get to the end of the day, and let's say your little macros are your fats, your proteins, and your carbs. If you look at your little pie chart and you're like, shoot, I can still eat 20 grams of fat. I might as well go eat it. Oh, I didn't get my fats in. I got to go eat my fats. And if you're not hungry, guess what you're going to do? You're going to overeat. Okay? So I want you to get this in your mind very, very, very simply. Am I hungry? And if I'm not hungry and I keep eating, even if it's a good choice, you can overeat. You can overeat good fats. You can overeat good snacks. You can overeat good food, right? And in a sense, you're just eating more calories than you need. And so you might find yourself at a plateau. You might find yourself going, oh my goodness, I haven't seen any inches lost, or my clothes aren't fitting differently, or I kind of feel sluggish or a little bit bloated. Maybe you're eating too much dairy. So just keep that in mind, that this isn't I have to go fill in my macros unless I learned this from Dr. Ryan Lowry and listening to some of the other doctors speak. He is one of the authors of the Ketogenic Bible. He's one of the formulators of our ketones that I drink. So unless you're doing a very strict ketogenic diet, not lazy keto, not low carb, not dirty keto, the true keto diet where you're truly eating 80% fat, 5% carbs, 15% protein. Like if you are to a T doing that, then you will find yourself eating more fat because you're so low carb, it's not going to matter, right? What happens is, oh shoot, My light shut off. Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys get the light from the street light. So what happens is simply this. Should I turn my car back on so you can see me? And I'll shut it off again. So here's what happens. When somebody eats low carb, when somebody eats dirty keto, lazy keto, what happens is they bring their carbs up a little bit, which is fine. Most people don't want to do strict keto. They want to do a lifestyle approach, right? I drink ketones every day. And I know I take the buns off the burgers, the croutons off the salad. I grab a lettuce wrap. Like, I know what to eat. I'm probably not in ketosis all the time unless I'm drinking ketones. Now, what happens is people up their carbs a little bit and they do dirty keto, lazy keto, low carb, which is great. And they don't bring their fats down. So what happens is they still they eat a ton of fat and they still have higher carbs. Not too many carbs, it's fine. But they might find themselves sitting right here. So it's a give and take. It's not a one size fits all. It's what works best for your body. The biggest thing I want to say is, are you hungry? If you're not hungry, you don't need to eat. Number 2, you don't need to eat the fat to fill in your macros just because you didn't quite meet where you wanted to be. And, oh, maybe I'm not losing the weight, so I should probably eat more fat. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? So just think about this. Like, keto snacks are great. Cheese is great in moderation. This keto diet or lifestyle is not meant to be bacon and butter. I know. People think they can eat a pound of bacon and the fat's just going to come off. It's a lie. It is a lie. So here's the deal. Stay focused. Please stay tuned to the Keto Mom page. If there's things that you want me to talk about or questions you have, post your questions below. I would love to get back to you. I'll drive into town and do more Facebook Lives until we get to Kentucky. But just know that we're here to help. If you're looking for recipes, go to KetoMomSecrets.com, KetoMomSecrets.com, and we share all of our recipes over there. I share on Instagram every single day in my stories, and I actually think you can see stories here on Facebook now. So I share more on that because even in the country, it uploads that fast. I just can't do lives, which is weird. So a couple more things. If you're looking for specific recipes, let me know. Let me know what tips that you need. I will help you out. Private message me your goals. I'll give you a foods list. We do have the reboot going on right now again. So if you want to dive in and do a 60-hour keto reboot to reset your metabolism and kind of get past that plateau, let me know and post reboot below. You've got to grab the reboot in the next 4 days. So we'll do that. We do it every month. So you can grab the reboot, or some of you are starting your reboot on Sunday. You can grab your reboot kit, which is a kit where you're going to, it's like a faster cleanse, but we call it a reboot. And then lastly, there was one more thing and I don't remember. So please reach out. I would love to connect with you. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and we will talk to you very soon. Ask yourself this question. Am I hungry? Before you put food in your mouth. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Are you bored? Probably don't need it. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.